Well, I think it'd be pretty cool if my rabbi was a boxer. Well, Yuri Foreman is studying to become a rabbi, and he is the former WBA welterweight champion of the world. Yuri, Z-Expert Zach Gelb here on Shovio.com. Thank you for joining us, and how you doing today?
How you doing? Thank you for having me. I'm doing a little better than yesterday.
How you feeling post-surgery? I understand you had a major surgery 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I feel, I've been home pretty much all the time. Couldn't really walk around. But now, like, today is the first day I can put all my weight on my leg, and so the things are getting a little better.
Well, we wish you luck. And how's the rehab sessions going? Have you started any rehab?
Yeah, I did start, slowly. It's not yet a painful process. It's just very easy right now. And going today, matter of fact, for another session. So things are better,
Mm-hmm. And where in the fight did you injure yourself? Where did you notice that, hey, something's wrong with yourself?
Well, when I slipped, and that's pretty much when I slipped my knee,
Mm-hmm. And Arthur McCanty, the referee, Arthur McCanty Jr., the towel got thrown in, and he wanted to keep on, and he wanted you to keep on fighting. He said, "I don't want to see you lose this way, champ." Did you want to end the fight there, like your crew did, or did you want to keep on fighting and try to win back your title?
That's pretty much every world champion. When he's there, you wanna keep fighting, and anybody who comes there to win, you want to keep fighting, and that was my case,
And we're talking to boxer Yuri Foreman. And how do you respond to the critics that say, "Oh, the fight should have been stopped right there"? I understood your wife; she went up to the referee afterward and said the fight should have been stopped. So how do you respond to those critics?
Listen, why do I need to respond? I mean, I understand my wife, and I totally agree with her. If it be anybody who I care for and be in a position like that, I would do the same.
And I agreed with you. You showed a courageous effort, and you really got me to be a Yuri Foreman fan, and you really got the sport of boxing to elevate to a different level, because now I actually watch boxing after seeing your match, because it was incredible. You showed a tremendous amount of courage, and you had the heart of a champion. And when you rehab from surgery and when you get back into boxing shape, do you want a rematch with Miguel Cotto to regain back your WBA welterweight champion belt?
I mean, that would be great, obviously, I was not 100% physically, and it'd be just making sense to do it again,
And you have an interesting story, too. Your wife has fought before, and she's a model. When I think of a rabbi, I really don't think of too many rabbis marrying models and stuff. I know my rabbi at the Chabad, he's a great guy, but I wouldn't imagine him marrying a model.
Well, that's how things are, thank God I've been watching my back.
And at the Sabbath table on a Friday night, are you and your wife, are you discussing boxing? And because does your wife give a lot of input about your fights since she has boxed before?
I'm sorry, can you repeat again?
At the Sabbath table or wherever it is,
yeah.
Does your wife give input about your upcoming fights because she has been a boxer before?
On the Sabbath table?
Well, not on the Sabbath table, maybe. Let's say on a Thursday night.
Yeah, well, she does have great opinions, and I respect her. She has a good point sometimes, and she does share her thoughts with me, which I appreciate.
And we're talking to Yuri Foreman, who's a boxer, and at Belarus, at the age of 9, you immigrated from Belarus to Israel, and you went to an Arab gym to train. What kind of hatred did you endure at that gym?
Well, I was already, when I went there, I was about 14, and just like all the kids, they wanna, when you're not from their neighborhood, you're not like them, they wanna challenge you, and it's a little bit scary, but things get better, after a few training sessions, sparring sessions, I should say, they see you can defend yourself, and you also a fighter, and boxing kind of humbles people, you know. We became friends, you know, right after.
Mhm. And what kind of classes do you take for, how often do you take classes in order to practice to become a rabbi? Is it every day? Is it every other day? Is it only in the AM? Because it's kind of hard to, I imagine it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to juggle your schedule with the training and the rehab and now practicing to become a rabbi.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's classes that I take with my rabbi one-on-one, about twice a week, and mostly you are by yourself. You study, you review what you studied before, and you progress by yourself, you know.
Mm-hmm. And when you walk into a shul, what is the reaction when you walk in? Is it, oh, that's Yuri Foreman, the boxer, that's Yuri Foreman, he's practicing to become a rabbi? Or is it both? Like, what's the reaction that you get from little kids and people your age?
You know, the shul I go, you know, everybody know me already since many years, you know, so they see me as just Yuri. Yuri comes, and I don't know how they see me. I'm not sure as a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Just they see me as a nice Jewish boy, and you know, praying with them and studying with them. And it's very nice. It's a very nice community, very supportive.
Mm-hmm. And let's say if you go out on a Wednesday night with your wife for dinner, do you have a lot of people coming up to you asking you for autographs and pictures?
Not yet. You know, right now I've been home since the surgery, so we see. As soon as I go out for the first time, you know, with my wife, then I would know.
And we're talking to Yuri Foreman, and two more questions before you let you go. When you first hurt yourself, did you what was the first opinion did the doctor give you? Did he say right away, oh, you have to have this and this surgery, or did you get multiple opinions?
Oh, you mean like a few days after?
Yeah.
Well, I went to the expert, you know, the joint expert, and it's pretty much they did all possible tests, you know, MRI, you know, X-rays, and few experts look at that results, and they see that I had a problem, and they really suggested me that I need to fix that problem if I want to continue beyond that level of the sport.
And do you think this surgery will make you punch harder, or is it just to get you back up on your feet so you could have another match and continue your historic career?
I think both, you know. I think both. It gives me more leverage, you know. And yeah, I'm looking forward. You know, rehab of the surgery like that is the most important thing. So it's very important for me, you know, not to miss it. Keep doing it. Because right now it's swollen. Can't really bend it much, so it's a lot of work ahead of me.
Well, best of luck to you, Yuri. You showed a courageous effort at Yankee. Yeah, you showed a courageous effort at Yankee Stadium. And one last question: what was the atmosphere like in Yankee Stadium? Obviously, it's a prestigious baseball team with the New York Yankees, and I assumed you met Derek Jeter and A-Rod. Did you before that game? What was the atmosphere like in Yankee Stadium?
It was awesome. You know, it was awesome to be fighting in a place like that. You know, it was electrifying. You know, it was great fans, a lot of energy. You know, and it was cool. It was cool to see Israeli flags and Hatikva play for the first time. You know, so it was very emotional, and so a lot of honor. You know, to be there.
Sorry, one more thing just popped into my mind. There was a bar mitzvah that day before, the day of the fight. Did you happen to meet the bar mitzvah boy there, or I heard they invited him down ringside?
I met him before, a couple days before, you know. So although we are friends on Facebook.
Yuri, a courageous effort at the Yankee Stadium. Thank you so much for hopping on the show with us. It means a lot to me.